listen to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they're going to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks a hard tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the flag on the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. And guys, I am back, man. This is going to be our pre-game show heading into the week 2 matchup against the divisional opponent. Everything is on the line at the same time. Absolutely nothing is on the line. We are going to be seeing how the 49ers fare against the Rams. But first place in the division is on the line. So let's run through these formalities and let's get ready to have some fun, all right? Scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you guys will see it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. If this is your first time here on the YouTube page, you happen to find us by a hashtag, we popped up in your suggested videos or whatever it may be, please, if you enjoy the show, subscribe, and then tell somebody else about us, man. We're going to break things down, try to do it fairly, try to do it without bias. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a Niners fan. It's going to be a little bit of bias built in there, right? We're also on a couple of different social media platforms. We want you guys to give us a follow on Facebook and Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners, that are spelled all the way out, Nothing But Niners. So please give us a follow over there. We have a couple of other ones, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. What y'all know about Snapchat? What y'all know about Instagram, huh? That's where the stars shine the brightest, man. Guys, head on over there. That handle is Nothing But 9. That is the number 9, Nothing But 9 ERS. And then if you guys are looking for somewhere to watch the game, if you guys said, hey, man, Mike, I wanted to sign up for that YouTube thing, but it just cost a little bit too much, man. I don't get to enjoy the games for that high price. Guys, head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS. Man, that is over there. We're going to enjoy the games together, man. You guys get my wonderful commentary. I break it down, some play-by-play action sometimes. You never know what you're going to get, so make sure you guys head on over there. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. I want to have some fun. I want to make this a good one too, man. You know, this has been a this game, man. I think the Niners put some unnecessary pressure on themselves in this game, and I want to talk about it, man. I want to talk about it. The faithful are cocky, faithful are confident, and I don't expect anything less. I expect nothing less of the 49ers teams, right? But I do expect more from the players, all right? Now, the inactive list has been released for the 49ers. I'm going to share my guy Wayne Breezy's post. You know, I like to support my people, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share the 49ers inactive here. Let me see here. That is Shift S. And then I get to select the thing, and then boom, and then I come back here, and then boom, and add it to the screen. Bam, there it is. The 49ers inactive list for week 2 against the Los Angeles Rams are, and I quote, quarterback Brandon Allen, offensive lineman Nick Zakelj, defensive lineman Kalia Davis, linebacker Jalen Graham, and running back Tyrion Davis-Price. Now, they did it again. This is 2 weeks in a row. TDP has been inactive. And if we start putting this game away, I don't want to hear people talking about, well, they didn't want to run the ball with Mason because he has fumble issues. Then don't have him on the roster. This absolutely annoys me to no end, why people feel like it's okay to have someone on the roster that the team doesn't trust to play, right? Like, don't make him active then. Don't make him active. Have him work on his fumbling issues, like, as an inactive guy. Why not? Why can't we put games away with the backups if that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? But just my opinion. Just my opinion. No surprises here. This looks very similar to the list that we got last week. So this is going to be really good. I'm looking forward to seeing some things from these wide receivers, man. I saw some videos of our guy Brock Purdy warming up. He was getting active out there a little early. I got a lot of notifications coming through here. Okay, all right, never mind. Yeah, I saw Brock Purdy warming up. Nice 35-yard pass to Debo. Debo catches that joint with one hand. It was like a slow motion video that came out there. I thought that was pretty dope. But I do want to get to the Rams inactives as well. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get to the Rams inactives as well. Their running back, Cam Akers, is inactive this week. Come on, there has to be like an actual, like a full. I want to see all their inactives, not just the one. I don't want to click a link. All right, yeah, I know what I'll do. Boom, bam, bam. Where's the list? Oh, snap. Per Jay Glazer, running back Cam Akers believed to be on the trade block by other teams around the league. He will be inactive for today's game. This goes back to some unsettled issues with the franchise stemming back from last season. Well, Buffalo, y'all better get on the phone. Zach Evans, also inactive. I'm looking for a full list, though. I'm still looking, guys. I'm still looking. Yeah, it is confirmed now that Akers is inactive due to a coach's decision. Maybe they already have something in place. So that means that the running backs will be going up against today will be Seahawks take a lead here in the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter, and Jared Goff just turned the ball over. Oh boy. So Kyron Williams, Royce Freeman, and Ronnie Rivers will be the active running backs for the Rams. All right, here we go. Full list of Rams players who are inactive. It's not a lot of them, just the four. All right, let's bring this tweet up here by Lauren Jones. Here we go. Let's get Miss Jones's tweet in here. She says here, running back Zach Evans, offensive lineman Kevin Dotson, offensive lineman Warren McClendon Jr., and defensive end Deshaun Johnson. Only four. I think they only had four last week also, I believe. Or maybe it was the Steelers that only had four. I remember looking at someone's list. I'm like, why do we have 5 or 6 and they only have 4? I remember thinking that last week. But either way, what are we expecting, faithful? Let's just start off with some fun. Shout out and salute to everybody in the chat. I see you all out there. Thank you all for the love and support. Guys, I want to know straight off the top, man, give me score predictions. Let's go. I want to see you guys fire off these score predictions. I'm pretty sure you all believe the Niners are going to win. There's a couple of Rams fans that will pop in from time to time. Oh, wow. Cam Akers just tweeted, I'm just as confused as everybody else. I love a little bit of turmoil. Let's go. Cam Akers just tweeted that himself. And I don't want to hear I got hacked either. Hold on. Let me pull up the actual. Is this? Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm here for this. I'm just as confused as everybody else. I'm blessed though. Here. Damn. That's crazy, big dog. Oh, snap. Oh, man. The drama is already underway. All right, let me get back to these score predictions, man. I hope y'all keep putting the score predictions in there. Tony is joining me now, man. Tony, healthy coaches decision scratch Cam Akers, tweeting out his woes. I'm just as confused as everybody else. I'm blessed, though.
Yeah, I said that earlier when we were live earlier. I said Cam Akers isn't playing. When you were talking about the rushes, I was like, yeah, he ain't playing. So
where do you think he's going? Buffalo?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Has a player's fantasy stock ever plummeted so much while they're healthy as much as Devontae Adams now that Jimmy G is there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Why? What happened? Did I miss something?
Did you miss something? Have you seen the score for the Raiders in
No, I'm getting text messages from my friends saying that Kyle Shanahan was the reason why Jimmy Garoppolo didn't succeed in San Francisco. I didn't know. So yeah, hold on. Let's put it on right. Actually, hold on. Let me just check his stats real quick.
Oh snap! Tony in his bag. Let's go, baby.
2 interceptions for Jimmy.
I'll pull it up. All right. So the one interception wasn't his fault. Actually, I'll be honest with you. Neither interception was his fault. The one of them got batted up in the air, and defender came down with it. The other one, he threw it right to the target. I don't know if it was a tight end or a running back. He threw it right to the guy, and the defender literally reached over him, like grabbed it off of the target's chest, and the target just like, oh, okay, like that. Neither one of those picks were on Jimmy. I'll be completely honest with you, but aside from those picks, he's 15 to 23 with 163 yards. I mean,
sounds like Jimmy from San Francisco, no?
Eek. Yeah. My uncle texted me the other day and was like, hey, Mike, what are your biggest complaints about Jimmy? And I ran down the list of them, and I said, but what drove me the craziest was there would be opportunities downfield, and he'd much rather take the safer, shorter throw. I said the safer, shorter throw can sometimes result in a first down. It'll sometimes result in a good check down or whatever. I said, but there are shots down the field to be taken, and he didn't do it. I said, now when we pressed him on it, I'm saying when the press like really pushed him on it. Wow, what a throw by Fields there. When the press pushed him on it, he said, hey, I only execute the plays that are called. And so my uncle just texted me today and was like, Mike, I see what you were saying about Jimmy taking the short throws over the long ones. So
yeah,
it's there, man. Devontae Adams, I mean, he's not having a terrible game, right? 6 receptions, 84 yards and a touchdown. But, I mean, if there was someone else there, you think his numbers would be even better?
It depends on who you
84 yards for one receiver when your team only has 163. He's literally got half of their yards by himself.
Yeah.
He's literally got more than half of their yards by himself.
No.
Oh, it was to Josh Jacobs. It was Jacobs that the interception came off of his chest where he snatched it from him.
Yeah, that's true. I need to come back and win this game, but okay.
You need who to come back and win?
Detroit. It ain't gonna happen though.
Well, Goff just threw a really untimely pick.
He did? Just now?
Well, no, like 2 or 3 minutes ago. There was just a turnover in that game. They were driving and then they're walking off the field and Seattle celebrating in the end zone. So I'm assuming it was a pick.
They got the ball back now and they're driving.
All right, so I asked the faithfuls in the room for their score predictions, Tony. I know we don't do score predictions here, but we got 34-10 for the Niners. We have they're saying Seattle won. The game is over already?
There's 5 minutes left.
Yeah, what does that mean? I got 35-10 Niners. I got 32-24 Niners. 31-13, another 31-13, 38-10, 31-17, 31-17. Tony, nobody is saying anything in the 20s, bro. 34-10, 37-13, 31-10. This is insane. Yo, like people are really, really believing like this team's offense is all that. All of that. You buying it, Tony?
This kid's phenomenal. This Sam Laporta kid from Iowa. Holy Christ. The offense.
The tight end?
Yeah, the offense is good. It's clearly more efficient with Brock as the quarterback. they just got to stick to their game. They can't do things that they're not. That's not in their structure of the offense. Like, if they play their game, they win. I think the Niners could compete. Stop it. The Niners could compete with any team in this league.
Camouflage. He said that like it was a special power he was activating. I love that kid, man. Camouflage. Can't see me. Oh, where'd he go? He was over there somewhere. Oh, I see half his face. Oh, man. 42-3, 41-10. Like, look at these scores, man. This is absurd. 36-9. All right, Bobby T. I'm not clicking your other ones, man. I see you being sensational. Terradome 41-3. I believe Terradome believes this too. I don't think he's just sensationalizing either. I think he really believes that. They said another drop pick. Jimmy is trash. 30-13. All right. So, Tony, I want to do a couple of fun things here. I went over the inactives already, but if you want, I can bring them back up. Have you seen them already?
Yeah, I saw them.
All right. So it's the same ones from last week. So does that change anything about how you felt about this game? We know Mason is up. TDP is down. Touchdown. Laporta? Who is that?
That's
Reynolds. Touchdown Reynolds.
Stop. Reynolds. Enough's enough. Stop playing.
Tony about to lose his mind over there. Tell him, Miss Debbie. Tell him what the score is, Miss Deb. 33-24. See? That's what I'm talking about. I think I had 38-24. I had the Niners winning by 2 touchdowns. I think I had 38-24.
I think what the fuck was I gonna say? Would you ask me? I'm sorry.
I asked you, Mason's active, TDP is inactive again.
Yes, very interesting fact. They went with 2 rookies. Braylon Willis is up as a tight end. And Winters gets the nod over Curtis Robinson. Now, what does that mean? Is there still question about Greenlaw's injury? Is he truly 100%? Personally, I think Winters is the better linebacker out of the 2 versus him and Robinson. So I think that's why Winters got the nod over Robinson, because the uncertainty of potentially of Drake Greenlaw's status or health conditioning of the groin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And with the Rams inactive, there was only 4 of them. Cam Akers being the big surprise. Raiders just fumbled the ball. Oh my God. Oh, bad idea. Do I have that video in here? If you guys picked the Raiders in your fantasy draft.
Bad idea. Yo, look.
Tony, do you remember what that's from?
No.
So women use like hairspray to keep their hair in place. She grabbed a can of Gorilla Glue spray instead, and it was stuck for like 3 months straight. And she took the shampoo in that same video, she rubbed it in, scratched it in, and just hosed her shit off. Just fell off like what? She's like, my hair won't move. She had to have it surgically done. Like, she had to go to the hospital and everything, and they had to like get that joint out, bro. That video is one of my all-time favorites from the COVID era. That is absolutely one of my favorite videos.
That's hilarious.
That joint had me done. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. We have some fun things to try to predict in today's episode. So, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and get to those things. You can go ahead and talk about what you're expecting to see in the game, though. I would love to hear some of your thoughts. You don't have to, just talk directly to what I've said so far. So, we're expecting to see some wins. We're expecting to see the Niners go out and dominate. Do you think the wide receivers for the Rams, specifically in the slot position, do you think they pose a threat to us?
In the slot position, yes. I think the speed of Atwell is going to test this secondary in the slot and our safeties. Because let's face it, our safeties aren't known to be the fastest. They're more instinctive. So I think that's something to keep an eye on. And I do think McVay and LaFleur are going to dial something up early, quick. But on the other hand, I think it all depends on how their offensive line is playing versus defensive line. That's a key factor as well. So, I mean, with that being said, I was kind of like upset that when it came out that Verrett got hurt because he probably one of the fastest quarterbacks we have at a 4.3 something coming out of Toledo. Verrett? Not Verrett. I'm sorry. Womack.
Oh, okay.
Womack. Womack was one of the is the fastest corners that we have, and he ran a low 4.3 coming out of Toledo. So with that being said, you know, if he was there in the slot or he was on the field one day, went slot, and Lenore moved inside, that would be, you know, I would feel a little bit better because of the speed. But they just called a big penalty on Seattle. Big penalty, love it. Yeah, but listen, the defensive line, I'm just looking for the defensive line to continue to show their development and their continuity to rush as a unit and their progressions. And, you know, I just want to see this defensive front be very dominant. And I think you could potentially see a dominating performance up front.
That penalty was on third down.
Yes, it was. It's 3rd and 18 now.
Oh, boy. Come on, Lions. Come on, Lions. Let's go. Come on. Let's make it work, baby. Let's make it work. All right. You ready to have some fun, man? Ready to start predicting some things?
Yeah, I'm just watching this play. Hold on. You can go. I'm listening.
All right.
I'm listening.
All right. I want to know who.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Don't let him run! No! His bitch ass. It's Geno Smith. Yes! They sacked him at the 2-yard line.
Oh, shit. The way you were talking, he got away. You got him.
Did you see it? What?
No, it's happening on my thing now.
The Seattle-Detroit game. Be right up.
Oh, he's scrambling around. He did not want to run that ball.
No.
He wanted to go backwards. He wanted to find someone to throw that ball to so badly. He's really running backwards like this is college. Wow.
He's actually smart, though. If you think about what he did, right? He kept the play. He kept the clock running past the 2-minute warning. So now they don't have 2 stops. They don't have 2 stop, like 2.
Yeah. They don't get the free timeout. But they have all 3 of their timeouts, so it's irrelevant.
Do they?
Yeah, they got all 3.
I thought they only have 1.
No. Nope.
Detroit.
Yeah. Detroit has all 3 of their timeouts.
Do they? I didn't know that.
Ooh, big sack on 3rd and 3 in this Chargers game, man. That's not good. 11. Time is counting down. I mean, they go for the field goal to send it to overtime. That's not a big deal as long as they make it. All right, Tony, give me your offensive MVP prediction for this game.
Oof, it's tough, man. It's so tough.
Because we got such a good team, baby. That's what makes it fun.
That's what it is. It's so tough, right? Because like it depends on what the game plan is, right? It could be McCaffrey. It could be Devo. It could be Ayuk. It could be Kittle. It could be.
I don't think it's going to be Kittle. I don't think he's back all the way. So I just don't see them using him that way yet. If he was healthy, it could be him, but I don't think so. I could be wrong.
I'm going. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Come on, who?
Brock. No, I'm joking. No, I think I'm gonna say Devo. This seems like it's setting up for a Devo game.
Okay. All right. My prediction is going to be I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk with the back-to-backs. I think teams really try to neutralize Deebo, and I think that's going to bode well for Brandon Ayuk all season, honestly. All season. I really think it's going to bode well for Ayuk. So I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk with another good game. I don't know if he has 2 touchdowns again. Maybe he'll get 1, but I expect him to have similar, 6 to 8 catches, some yards. You know what I'm saying? What about defensive MVP? Now, last week, a lot of people gave it to Drake Jackson with the 3 sacks and all. But let me tell you something, man. I went back and I watched that game, Tony. I don't think he had any official tackles or anything. freaking Armstead was a monster.
No, he was
last week. Holy smokes, he was crazy.
He was 100%. But like that's the thing, right? Like if you look at that situation, look at our defensive line: Armstead, Hargrove, Bosa, Farrell, Jackson. Someone is going to have a monster week. It all goes on to the opposing team who they want to take out. Are they going to take out Hargrave? I think if I read it correctly, I think Hargrave. It was between Hargrave and Bosa for the two players being double teamed the most that game. So someone is going to get free and have a big game, right? And I got into an exchange with somebody, an Eagles fan, shocking, saying that I'm just stat watching. I'm just stat watching.
Yeah, box score watching and whatever.
Yeah, because they left Drake Jackson out of their top 5 performances, according to PFF. Well, all due respect, your defensive line last year was a bunch of stat box watching because look who you had, look how they produced, and that's okay because it was the Eagles. So I say because of the Niners and I'm stat box watching. Come on,
get naked.
No, stop, man. Watch my water. Watch my water.
Where are your clothes at, buddy? Oh.
Do your flex. Watch the water. Do the flex. Muscles.
Let's go. Let me see your muscle. I'll show you my muscle. Let's see. Ready?
Do this one. Do this one. Now do the
Let's go.
Single flex. Look. Let me see. Wait.
Daddy pumping you up over there.
What's that?
I love it.
Out of here, hitting your chest. Come on, go. Stop.
So who you going with on the defensive side of the ball?
Now he's saying DK Donkey Kong. Oh God. Oh my God. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Defensive MVP.
Defensive MVP. I think it's going to be. Honest opinion. Come on, man. Run this in. Come on, Detroit. I'm going to go with Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. I knew you were going to say it.
Because I think they're going to come out and try to run the ball, establish a run, and stick with the run. And I think Fred Warner is just going to freaking go batshit crazy. And I look to see if Wilkes becomes aggressive this game.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. I'm going to go with Fred Warner also. I hate that you took that answer from me, but I like it at the same time. So Fred Warner, my defensive MVP prediction here. What about this longest rush of the day? How long do you think it'll be? Over under a 40-yard rush today. Last week we had a 65. What do you think this week? Can we get a 40-yard rush?
I think it's possible, 40. But I think they're going to go under.
Under 40?
Yeah.
I see an over out there. Okay.
I think they're going to take advantage of their secondary. I think Kyle's going to come out and test their secondary.
Oh, so then let's talk about Purdy's stat line. Over under 240 yards for Brock Purdy today in the air.
I think Brock might go over.
Over? Does Brock throw 2.5 touchdowns, over or under?
2.5 touchdowns, so that's 3. It could, yeah.
I like this by always dripping here. Always drip. So. You think so?
I think
he get the 3?
I think he can hit 3. I think he might be able to do it.
Okay. All right. Let me see here.
Oh, come on. They're not going for the win, man.
Who's going to win?
Detroit's playing the game. They're not going for the win. They're going for the field goal to tie it.
It's all right. That's okay.
Who's their kicker?
And don't forget that guy does a lot of fakes, so you never know.
No, you never know with him. 2 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
They better not.
I'm just saying, I've seen Campbell do some crazy stuff. It's going to be what, 4th and 3, 4th and 4?
Who is this guy? He's wearing number 36, so he's got to be like some bum off the street.
Oh,
Riley Patterson. I never even heard of this dude.
Listen, Tony, man. We got 10 minutes before the game, and we're going to be switching. We're going to be switching. Huh?
Did Dan Campbell lose his nerve?
I mean, you don't want him going for it. You don't want that.
No, I'm talking about play calling leading into this.
Oh. No, I think they had pretty good. They just had a couple of untimely turnovers. That's all. They just had a couple of untimely turnovers.
Oh, my God. He fucking missed. No, he won. They got it.
Oh, stop playing with me, man. All right. The penalties last week were the biggest concern, you said, right, for you?
That has to improve.
So last week they finished the game with what were the penalties here? Let me see. Hold on. Team stats. The 49ers finished the game with 11 penalties. So I'm going to set the over-under at 8.5.
I want under. I don't know if it's
under 8.5.
I want under 8.5. I don't know if it's going to be under 8.5.
No, I think they can get it under control. I do. I think there was some week one jitters in there. There was some reaction to some of the stuff going on. Guys started getting a little chippy and all that. So I think it'll be under 8.5. I don't think that we get that chippy kind of game this week. I don't think so. This hasn't been much of a rivalry throughout the regular season. So I don't think that we have to worry about that.
I don't think it was chippy, though. It was just, you thought it was because of chippiness? I'll tell you, though. All right, we'll talk about that later. I don't want to.
Well, I'm just saying, like the blocking from the receivers, Juwan Jennings doing his thing, getting under people's skin and all, like. So when I say chippy, I just mean like there was a little bit of emotion going into it, I just don't see that happening this week. That kind of emotion. I don't think that kind of emotion happens here. Who won the coin toss for overtime?
I missed it.
All right, Seattle's calling it. It's up. Seattle won. They picked receive. Okay. All right.
So they stopped. What they got to do is kick a field goal.
Lions defense is going out there first, man. Here we go. Tony, man, I don't have much else to add. I think the Niners go out there and they put up a dominant performance. But like I said, I think Matt Stafford overall will have a better day than Brock Purdy, large in part because it's hard to run against this Niners team. So he's going to have to be like, if they have any shot at staying in this, Matt Stafford's going to have a good game. I do think that he'll have a better game than Brock Purdy. I just don't know how much of a better game he's going to have, and if it's going to be enough to wipe out what we do on the ground. It's one thing to outperform Brock Purdy as far as stats go, yards and even touchdowns, right? But you have to account for at least 150 yards for the Niners on the ground. So I don't know if they'll be able to do that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm interested to see Moody.
Was that a touchdown pass against Kansas City?
I don't know. I'm not watching.
They called it out at first, but I don't know, man.
I don't know. See what's his name? Benched?
Who?
Taylor?
Yeah. The tackle, yeah.
I told you last week that was an illegal formation. They were letting it fucking slide. There's no way in hell that's not an illegal formation. His foot was further back than his back foot was even with the slot receiver's foot. That's an illegal formation. He was not on the line of scrimmage if he was uncovered. And they just let it go. They let it go. They let it go. And now they benched his ass. Kudos to the league for fucking calling it.
Doing something about it. All right, man. Tony.
My other thing is Moody.
Oh, talk about it.
No, I want to see him continue. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he had a phenomenal game last week. It started rough, right? They did a little icing thing, but it was a penalty or something like that, and he missed it, but it didn't count. He comes back, and all of a sudden, the kid finished the game perfect. So I'm hoping that continues. I like the pressure that they put on him. I like the pressure that they did in the last preseason game, the third preseason game, letting them kick the game winner. I think the Niners did everything they could to prepare this kid, and they showed a lot of faith in him. They could have easily tried to say he was injured and put him on IR or something like that, or, just try to, oh my God, he threw an interception at the 1 yard line and they run it in for a touchdown. Wow. Justin Fields, way to let down your team. The Buccaneers are going to win this one. There's 46 seconds left and they are up 10. Wow. Holy smokes. Listen, man, some of these teams that people said were going to be the tops aren't looking that good, Tony. I think that the Eagles look a little susceptible. I've watched 2 of their games now, and they're winning. Don't get me wrong, but they're winning ugly. The new offensive scheme doesn't look too good. So I'm not super duper faithful in them. The Chiefs are up and down. The Chargers are up and down. I don't know, man. They were talking about all these really good teams, and none of them are coming out there looking as dominant as the Niners. I'm just saying, none of them look as good and as dominant as the Niners do. What team do you think poses the biggest threat to the Niners' success in the NFC so far? I know it's only one weekend, but you're on mute, buddy.
It's very tough to tell because it's 1 week. But I will tell you this Detroit team is pretty freaking impressive. Like they're just fighters. They're gritty fighting team, and that's something. I mean, I don't know. I think the Niners have a great team, and I think they're a very confident team, and I think they feel in their heads they can beat anybody. And I'm being dead honest about that. I just think, they're gonna have to win the Super Bowl to get the monkey off the back, as Steve Young said.
Yes, sir.
But like SD said in the chat, he mentioned the Cowboys. 40 hanging up 40 on a shutout. That's impressive. They do have a very good team. They have a great skill positions on offense, a great defensive line, a great defense in total. But it just shows you what the Niners was able to do to that team last year.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? I mean, yes, they added Gilmore. Gilmore's a phenomenal corner, and it makes that defense so much more tougher and more experienced. But the Niners are just I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to like jinx it, but they have the potential to be a very dominant team. And I'll tell you this, I'll put it out there. I think they could be a more dominant team than the Chiefs were when we played them in the Super Bowl.
Wow. The Niners, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm talking about roster talent on the roster. Like, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's better than Mahomes. Don't say that. What I'm saying is that the team, they could be that type of dominant.
From top to bottom, Niners.
It's interesting from top to bottom, yeah.
All right, guys, listen, we are going to head on over to our Patreon. It's about that time. I think we got the Niners winning. I think we got the Niners making improvements from last week. I still think that they hang 30+. It's not necessary, but I would like to see it. I would like to see us only punt the ball 3 times, if possible. Only 3 punts in the game will be really, really good. And I think we'll do the rest. I want to see us settle for some touchdowns and not field goals. That's what I'll be looking for. I will keep my eyes on that, and we'll go from there. When we see something different, we will let you guys know. Head on over to Patreon, guys. If you guys aren't there, the link is at the bottom of the screen, patreon.com/NB9ERS. That's where the fun is about to happen. So we'll see you guys there. And that's it. We're out of here. Right? You good? Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing